FM Sunday's Kids News. For this week's headline, the Busan Metropolitan City Office of Education plans to conduct special sanitation checks at Busan schools to prevent food poisoning. An estimated 1.7 trillion won, or $1.33 billion, worth of economic effect is expected to be created by K-pop sensation BTS conquest of the Billboard Hot 100 chart earlier this month. Welcome to September 3rd edition of BEFM Sunday's Kids News. I'm Kim Hana.
And I am Jung Jin.
The Busan Metropolitan City Office of Education announced on September 10th that it will conduct special sanitation checks at 25 elementary, middle, and high schools from the 14th to beginning of October in the fall new semester when the risk of the food poisoning is high. This special sanitation check is aimed at raising awareness of food hygiene management for schools and food ingredient suppliers in the new semester. Officers from the City Office of Education, including the Director of Education, Administration, Planning and School Life Education, along with 25 executive-level officers from the Office of Education, including the Director of Education, will checking school sites for inspection.
According to a report co-published by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism and its affiliate Korea Culture and Tourism Institute, an estimated 1.7 trillion won, or $1.43 billion, worth of economic effect is expected to be created by K-pop sensation BTS conquest of the Billboard Hot 100 chart earlier this month. BTS debuted at number 1 on Billboard's main singles chart last week with its latest English-language single Dynamite, becoming the first South Korean singer or group to achieve the feat. According to the report, the accomplishment is projected to generate 1.23 trillion won in value created the production sector and 400 billion won in added value. About 8,000 more jobs are also likely to be created by BTS's first place entry into the Hot 100 chart for the first week of September.
It's time for In My Opinion. Welcome to the studio. Today is September 20th, 2020, and this is Sunday's Kids News. I'm your host, Christine Oh. I'm with our kids announcer for the month of September, Kim Hana and Jung Jin. Welcome to the studio. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Nice.
Well, that's excellent. So, Chuseok holiday is only 10 days away. What is your favorite thing about Chuseok?
What I like most about Chuseok is that I can have a lot of time to spend with my family members and relatives. However, due to the social distancing caused by COVID-19, it will be difficult to meet with relatives this Chuseok.
Oh, yes, it is indeed such a tragic thing that we have to make some changes this Chuseok, but we can still have some great time with our immediate family. Now, Jean, what about you?
My favorite thing about Chuseok is that I can meet all my family. But unfortunately, this year, I can't visit my grandparents' house because of COVID-19. And it's also great because we can eat a lot of delicious food. There's one more thing. We can wear our traditional clothes, hanbok.
Yes, there are a lot of fun things, so you can still eat some delicious food. I'm certainly looking forward to it. Now, let's talk a little bit about K-pop. What do you think about the K-pop sensation, and what is so great about Korean music, fashion, or movies, in your opinion?
People say a picture is worth 1,000 words. I think the reason K-pop is great is that K-pop allows fans to enjoy watching music videos as well as listening to music. I assume that there may be limitation in communicating with fans of various nationalities listening to lyrics written in Korean. However, by watching music videos, fans of various languages and culture can feel and share messages from Korean musicians. I think this is the source of K-pop sensation.
I think so too. You know, K-pop really is able to bring together people from so many different places, and I think that makes it so exciting. Now, Ji-in, how about you?
I think music, fashion, movie, all of them are cool. But for me, K-pop is the coolest culture sensation. And even when I went to friends, my friends said, "Wow, are you really from Korea? You're so lucky. You can go to see BTS." And a lot of my language exchange friends asked, "Are you fan of BTS too?" So I got a lot of benefits because of BTS.
Yes, you know, they're doing a lot for our country, and I'm a little bit proud of them too. Now, when it comes to our city of Busan, what object would you choose to represent our city?
The representative object of Busan, I think, is Gwangan Bridge. First, the view of the sea and marine city from Gwangan Bridge is fantastic. And the Gwangan Bridge viewed from the Gwanganli Beach area at night is like a diamond sparkling on the bridge. The firework festival held every fall also make Gwangan Bridge special.
Yes, you know, when we think of an image of Busan, I think Gwangan Bridge comes to mind for a lot of us. And Ji-in, which one would you pick?
I would like to introduce you in Hwamyang Ecological Park. It's the place where a lot of people go for a walk or to rest. In this place, there are so much beautiful flowers, and it's by the Nakdong River, so we can see the river too. And once, I saw a deer in there. It was amazing.
Wow, that's so exciting. You saw a deer in person. Well, you know, Hwamyang Ecological Park is not as well known, but it is quite a stunning place. So that's also a great recommendation. Now, moving on to another topic, if you were to become a principal of your school, what changes do you want to bring to your own school?
If I were the principal of our school, I would replace the school broadcasting facilities. I'm currently the announcer of KDB, Gyeokdong Elementary School Broadcast Department. KDB plays fun music to students every day on the way to school. But the downside is that broadcast studio and broadcast facilities generally are out of date.
Oh, wow. I did not know that you were an announcer there as well. Well, those are some great recommendations for changes. Now, Teen, what would you change?
If I were the principal at my school, I want to open up my school's play area to public. Actually, I'm a vice president of my elementary school, so I'm going to bring this up to our principal.
Interesting. So those are some great ideas. Now, let's talk a little bit about safety. So safety versus convenience, which is more important in your opinion?
If I had to choose between safety and convenience, I would choose safety. Taking a large-scale rally held in Seoul last August, for example, some participants thought they were uncomfortable and neglected to wear masks, so many citizens feel not only inconvenienced in life, but also a threat to safety. If you're not safe, we cannot do our daily life properly. So I think that being safe is the most important thing.
That's a really great example, Hana. You know, these days I think this question has a lot more meaning than it did before. And Jean, what do you think?
I think for me, safety is the most important. Natural disasters, so much of extreme weather, all this is because we only pursued convenience. And now, I think humanity has to pursue safety. We can't let the earth be destroyed like this, even for our safety and for humanity's future.
Yes, and you know, immediate convenience now, it could block convenience in the future. You know, safety always should come before convenience. So, Jean, that was another great example. Again, thank you for your comments. I appreciate you taking the time to share your opinion with us. Let's move on to our next segment. Now it's time for...
Guess what?
Yes, we are back with Guess What? Let me briefly explain how it works. From the news kids announcers have just delivered today, there is a select keyword which only the announcers know about. They will each explain 5 hints of the select keyword. So a total of 10 hints will be given by the announcers. The announcers will be taking turns to give these hints. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, well, let's start from Hana.
Many of these are known to have a very short lifespan, ranging from 1 to 2 years.
Ranging from 1 to 2 years. I have no idea. Okay, Ji-in, what's your hint?
This has put Korea on the map.
This has put Korea on the map, huh? Okay. Hana, what's your second hint?
People don't just listen it, they watch it. After watching this, many people make it their own and share it with others.
Interesting. They can listen, they can watch, and they can share this. Jean, what's your next hint?
This has been wildly popular all over the world.
Okay. Hana, next hint, please.
It used to be made of specific object, but now it is mostly used in real time by people all over the world without a specific shape.
Huh. Fascinating. Okay. I'm really stumped here. Jean, could you help me out?
This is a kind of pop music.
Okay. It's a kind of pop music. Okay. I think I might have a clue. Hana?
Through this, even Korean fashion become also popular around the world.
And Jean?
Teens often listen to this music.
Hana?
The globally known representative names are Big Bang, Blackpink, and BTS.
Just to name a few, honestly. And Ji-in?
BTS is the most popular one for this, I think.
Okay, so I struggled a little bit today, but I think the keyword for today is K-pop?
Yes, the keyword was K-pop.
Okay, K-pop. So, Ji-in, what made you think that K-pop was the keyword today?
K-pop today's keyword because a lot of people are getting to know Korea because of this. And a lot of people are listening to K-pop, be converted by this, and find joy. And K-pop is so popular, even me, who barely listen to song, knows.
So everyone knows K-pop, yes. And Hana, why did you think K-pop was the keyword?
I chose K-pop as a keyword because I wanted to talk about various stories related to K-pop with the listeners. BTS, who recently ranked the top in a popular American pop music chart first, is really the talk of the town. Not only BTS, but many K-pop singers are attracting worldwide attention these days.
Yes, they really are. You know, a lot of people around the world know more about our culture and K-pop than, honestly, I might. Now, unfortunately, it's time to wrap up our show for today. This has been September's 3rd edition of Sunday's Kids News with Kids Newscasters
Kim Hana,
Song Ji-in.
And this is your host, Christine Oh. Sunday's Kids News is produced by Elise Kim and written by Eunice Chung.
Goodbye.
Listeners, thanks for tuning in this morning, and this is the last song.
Here is Day 1 by Red Velvet.